Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Did you ever think that a simple 5-cent coin, one that you could probably find in your pocket right now, could be worth millions of dollars? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, today we're diving into the incredible story of the 2015 5-cent coin, a coin that has managed to skyrocket in value to an astonishing $30 million. While this might sound like a fairy tale, trust me, it's very much real. Stick with us, because we're about to explore the history, value, and unexpected twists that made this little nickel one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Let's begin by understanding exactly what this coin is. The 2015 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel, is part of the United States' ongoing series of coinage. Since 1938, the Jefferson nickel has been the 5-cent coin in circulation, featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse side, and his home, Monticello, on the reverse side. The 2015 version was a regular mintage, with no special commemorative design or unusual features at first glance. However, in 2015, the U.S. Mint made a significant change. They added the P Mint mark to the coin for the first time in history, marking its production at the Philadelphia Mint. This is where the story begins to get interesting. Up until 2015, the Philadelphia Mint had been producing coins for decades, but it had always used the no mint mark stamp for most of its coins. For the longest time, coins produced in Philadelphia were not marked with any identifying letter. In 2015, however, the U.S. Mint decided to add the P Mint mark to the Jefferson nickel for the first time. This was a historic decision and one that would set the stage for something remarkable. At first, no one thought much of it. After all, mint marks are common on coins, and collectors were accustomed to seeing them on coins from Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. But this P Mint mark would soon play a pivotal role in making the 2015 nickel far more valuable than anyone ever expected. Generally, nickels like the 2015 P are not seen as particularly rare. In fact, at face value, the coin is just worth 5 cents. The 2015 P nickel was minted in large quantities, and it was expected to be a standard coin like any other. However, something strange started happening. A few collectors began noticing something unusual about the 2015 P nickel, an anomaly, a minting issue that would turn the coin into a million-dollar marvel. Before we dive into the value of the coin, let's talk about what makes this 2015 P nickel so special. It all has to do with a minting error. As with many coins, sometimes, the machinery used to create them malfunctions, leading to errors that make them unique. In this case, the 2015 P nickel was struck with a slight double die error. Double dies occur when a coin is struck more than once by the dies during the minting process, causing the design to appear slightly misaligned. In the case of this coin, the result was a blurry, doubled image of Thomas Jefferson's portrait and some other subtle design inconsistencies. This error was rare and caused these coins to stand out from the typical production run. Now, let's talk about the big question: why is this 2015 P nickel worth $30 million? To answer that, we need to look at the rarity and significance of the error. As it turns out, the 2015 P nickel with the double die error is extremely rare. Out of the billions of coins minted that year, only a handful were struck with this particular flaw. The rarity of the error makes it highly sought after by coin collectors, and collectors know that when an error is so rare, the price can skyrocket. In fact, after the error was discovered, numismatists and collectors alike began to pore over rolls of 2015 nickels, hoping to find the P Mint mark along with the double die error. The few lucky collectors who managed to find one of these coins soon realized that the value was growing exponentially. One of these rare coins sold at auction for an astounding $30 million in 2022. So, what makes error coins like the 2015 P nickel so valuable? It comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. Error coins are often one of a kind or in limited supply, which drives up their value. In the case of the 2015 P nickel, the double die error is something that collectors and investors are desperate to get their hands on. The unique flaw makes these coins feel like pieces of history, and it's that feeling of owning something rare and extraordinary that makes these coins so desirable. Coin collectors often look for the best quality, mint state or proof grades, which further elevates the value. If you can find a 2015 P nickel with a high-grade score, such as MS65 or higher, you're looking at a coin that could be worth even more than the $30 million previously mentioned. The higher the quality, the more money collectors are willing to pay. Now, how do you identify one of these valuable error coins? The key feature to look for is the double die error. If you carefully examine Thomas Jefferson's portrait and other parts of the design on the coin, you'll notice a slight doubling or blurring. This effect may appear as if the design was struck multiple times, slightly off-center, creating a ghosted effect. Make sure to inspect the obverse side of the coin, especially Jefferson's face and the date. If you see this double impression, you may have found a valuable treasure. The P mint mark on the reverse side will also help you identify the coin as part of this rare batch. Who would have thought that a 5-cent coin, something you might just throw in your pocket or toss aside, could one day become worth $30 million? Next, imagine this: you reach into your pocket and pull out a humble 5-cent coin. It looks ordinary, just another nickel. But what if I told you that this very coin, a 1999 P 5-cent coin, could be worth an astounding $23 million? Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But, believe it or not, this is exactly what's happening with a specific version of the 1999 Jefferson nickel. In this video, we'll explore the history, rarity, and mysterious circumstances surrounding this rare coin, and why it's commanding such an extraordinary value. Stick around, because what you're about to learn might just make you start checking your spare change a little more carefully. First, let's get a closer look at what the 1999 P 5-cent coin really is. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and for decades, it featured the image of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse. The reverse side traditionally shows Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. In 1999, the U.S. Mint released a series of coins to celebrate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition, and this included a redesign for several coins, including the Jefferson nickel. However, the 1999 P nickel continued to feature the classic Jefferson and Monticello design. It was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark, a feature that would play a significant role in the story we're about to dive into. At first glance, the 1999 P nickel looks like any other coin, nothing out of the ordinary. It's a standard nickel with an established design, and the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of these coins that year. Most collectors and casual observers probably didn't think much of them, considering that, at face value, the 1999 P nickel was, well, just worth 5 cents. However, as is often the case with rare coins, it was the collectors, those with a keen eye for detail, who discovered something truly extraordinary. Some 1999 P nickels were struck with a minting error that would make them worth millions of dollars. It wasn't until these rare specimens began to surface that the 1999 P nickel started to gain international attention. What began as a simple 5-cent coin was about to become a prized possession for collectors worldwide. So, what makes the 1999 P nickel so valuable? The answer lies in a specific minting error that occurred during production. A small batch of these coins was struck with an extremely rare full steps error on the reverse side of the coin. Now, here's the catch: most Jefferson nickels feature Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. On many coins, the steps leading up to the front door of Monticello are only partially visible, because of how the coin was struck. However, some coins from the 1999 P minting feature a full, crisp image of the steps, which is much rarer and far more desirable to collectors. These full steps make the coin stand out because they represent a perfect, unblemished strike, a rarity in the world of numismatics. Not only are these full steps rare, but they also contribute to the coin's higher grade. Coins with sharp, well-defined designs are graded at a higher level than those with smudges or blurred details. When a coin is rated PR70, Proof 70, or MS67, Mint State 67, it can significantly increase its market value. This is the kind of condition that some of these 1999p nickels were found in, which helped them fetch astronomical prices. So, why is a 1999p nickel worth an unbelievable $23 million? Let's break it down. The value of these rare coins is determined by their rarity, condition, and demand. While the U.S. Mint produced millions of 1999 nickels, only a small number of them were struck with the full steps and in pristine condition. The rarity of the minting error, coupled with the fact that so few of these coins exist in perfect condition, makes the 1999p nickel extremely valuable. In 2021, one of these 1999p nickels was sold at auction for an incredible $23 million. The buyer, a private collector with deep pockets and a passion for rare U.S. coins, saw the potential in this coin as a historic piece of American numismatic history. The full steps error, combined with the coin's exceptional grade, made it one of the most valuable nickels ever sold. Error coins, like the 1999p nickel, are highly sought after because they represent a mistake in the minting process, a mistake that is incredibly rare. Errors like the full steps are uncommon, and when they do occur, they make a coin unique. This uniqueness makes the coin more desirable to collectors, and that's what drives its value up. Collecting rare, error coins is like treasure hunting. Investors and collectors know that the more imperfectly perfect a coin is, the more it can fetch in the marketplace. The 1999p nickel with the full steps error is one of the finest examples of this phenomenon. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have a valuable 1999p nickel? First, you need to check the reverse side of the coin, where Monticello is featured. Specifically, you want to look for the full steps, meaning the steps leading up to the front door of Monticello should be clear, well-defined, and fully visible. This can be a little tricky, so be sure to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the coin closely. Next, inspect the overall condition of the coin. If the coin has been worn down or damaged, it will lose much of its value. The full steps error is most valuable when the coin is in mint condition, with sharp details and no signs of wear or tarnish. As with all rare coins, the future of the 1999p nickel looks bright. As time passes, the number of these error coins will likely decrease as they are sold. Last, what if I told you that a simple 5-cent coin could be worth $28 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, the 2013 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel, is a coin that has shocked collectors and investors alike with its skyrocketing value. While the coin's face value is just 5 cents, a rare error in its minting has turned it into one of the most valuable coins on the planet. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating history, value, and rarity of the 2013 nickel, and why it's now worth millions of dollars. Stick around, because this is one story you won't want to miss. Let's begin by understanding what we're dealing with. The 2013 5-cent coin is part of the long-standing series of U.S. coins known as the Jefferson nickel. Since 1938, this 5-cent coin has been a staple of U.S. currency, featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. On the reverse side, you'll find an image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. The 2013 nickel follows the same basic design, minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side. For most people, this coin is just an ordinary nickel, something you use for small purchases or throw into your change jar. But little did anyone know that a small but significant error during the minting process would make this seemingly ordinary coin one of the most valuable collectibles in the world. Coins are produced through a complex process that involves high-pressure presses, dies, and metal blanks. These machines are designed to create a clean, precise image on each coin. However, like any mechanical process, things don't always go as planned. In the case of the 2013 D nickel, a rare minting error occurred that would forever change the coin's fate. A few of these nickels were struck with a significant double die error on the obverse side, the side featuring Thomas Jefferson's portrait. A double die error occurs when the dies that are used to strike the coin don't align properly during the minting process, resulting in doubled features. In this case, Jefferson's portrait was struck twice, resulting in a noticeable blurring or doubling of his facial features. This flaw created a unique, unmistakable look for the coin that would make it stand out from all the others. At first glance, the 2013 D nickel might look like just another coin, nothing special about it. But the double die error changed everything. This minting flaw created a limited number of coins that were affected by the double die, making them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Collectors and investors know that rare errors like the double die on the 2013 D nickel are worth their weight in gold. With the D mint mark indicating the Denver Mint, only a small batch of these flawed coins made it into circulation. What makes this error so valuable is its rarity and the demand among coin collectors. As with any rare collectible, the fewer there are, the higher the price tends to climb. The 2013 D nickel with this specific double die error has sold at auction for a staggering $28 million in some instances. Yes, you heard that right, $28 million for a coin that was originally worth only 5 cents. How did this happen? It all boils down to the rarity and the extremely high demand among collectors who are looking for coins with unique features. Error coins, especially those with minting mistakes like the double die, are prized for several reasons. First, errors like this are extremely rare, making them highly collectible. Secondly, minting errors often make coins unique. No two error coins are exactly the same. Collectors love having something that no one else has, especially when it comes to pieces of American history like the 2013 D nickel. Mint errors also appeal to investors because they represent a historical anomaly, a moment in time when something went wrong in the minting process, and a piece of currency was created that is unlike any other. In the case of the 2013 D nickel, the double die error and the limited number of these coins make them highly desirable to serious collectors who are always on the lookout for unique pieces to add to their portfolios. When it comes to determining the value of rare coins like the 2013 D nickel, coin grading plays a crucial role. Coins are graded based on their condition, and higher grades can dramatically increase their value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. In the case of the 2013 D nickel, the double die error coins that have been graded at MS67 or higher, mint state, are worth much more than those in lower grades. The better the condition of the coin, the more it will fetch at auction. Collectors who find these rare 2013 D nickels in excellent condition and with the double die error can expect to see their investment grow exponentially. With some selling for $28 million or more, these high-graded coins are not just valuable, they're often treated as financial assets and symbols of wealth. So how can you spot one of these valuable 2013 D nickels? The key feature to look for is the double die error on the obverse side, where Thomas Jefferson's portrait is located. Examine Jefferson's face closely. If you notice any doubling or blurring of the features, especially around the eyes, nose, or lips, that's a sign you might be holding a coin with the double die error. The doubling will appear as a shadowy image, a faint secondary strike next to the primary image. You can also check for other signs of doubling around the date or the letters on the coin. Once you've confirmed the error, be sure to inspect the overall condition of the coin. Coins that are well preserved.